What's going on, my bread lovers? Welcome to 512 The Beat Review. I'm Triple X Percocet, and this is
your boy 6ix9ine Money.
So I want to start off by saying we're sorry we didn't get an episode out last week on our normal schedule. The ghosts are acting up, and we're overpowering us with the alcohol. So today we're doing something special. We're gonna do 2 albums instead of 1. So Andy, what's our 2 albums?
Yeah, you heard right. Not just 1, but 2 albums.
2.
So first off, we're going to be doing FM by Vince Staples. And also we got the Metro Boomin, The Heroes Don't Wear Capes.
Mentor don't trust it.
If you don't trust you, I'm going to shoot you. All right, so we're going to dive into this pretty fast. We got the new FM album by Vince Staples. I'm a pretty big fan of Vince Staples, honestly. We got the honor of seeing him in concert one time, and it was a pretty good experience for that. So this album was released on November 2nd, 2018, just last week.
Last week, we had a lot of albums come out that day. It was hard to decide on which 2 we wanted to do.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, but we just didn't have enough time to dive into that. But so first off, I want to go with this was a pretty good album. The production values on this were really on point, and the album just completely slaps, man. It was produced by Kenny Beats, and this is Vince Staples' 3rd studio album. His last one was The Big Fish Theory, which I personally liked a lot. Yeah, I love that one. So in the words of Vince Staples, who needs more bullshit, right? All right, so in my opinion, this album had a lot of good tracks on it for me. I personally really liked it. The best song for me since his Get the Fuck Up Off My Dick EP was the first song in this album, which is actually called Feels Like Summer. It's got a really cool summery vibe to it, obviously. And the lyricism that he portrays in all of his songs on this one are actually really good. He's stepped up a lot since his first album. And there's a lot of good features on this one, too. We got Earl Sweatshirt returning on that one. That was a big surprise for that. Tyga, J-Rock, Ty Dolla $igns, and surprisingly, E40 was actually on.
I noticed that, too. I was at work listening to that track with E40, and I was like, wait, this sounds like E40. And then, as soon as he was starting to go with the beat, I was like, damn, this is E40. Holy shit.
That was a big surprise to have him on there, and I honestly loved it. One of my favorite songs was Tweaking by Kehlani. She was actually on that one too. I feel like she can enhance any song that she's on, including vocals, one with Vince Staples. Yeah, it was beautiful. This album, what I like about Vince Staples is he has this NWA style vibe to him. You know, it's it emphasizes that black Renaissance art that he portrays very well.
No, yeah, I agree.
He had songs actually on the Black Panther album that
Ops,
yeah, and there was a lot of good ones, and this album was actually really important to me, honestly. I thought it was a really good portrayal of what he can actually achieve. Yeah, exactly.
He's starting to get the more recognition that I feel like he deserves.
Yeah. He's in my opinion, I'd honestly put him up there with the likes of Tyler the Creator in his style of art. Creating. There you go.
No pun intended.
But and then Earl Sweatshirt as well, and that's why I was in his little interludes with him and Tyga. It was actually pretty interesting to see that. There's a bunch of other songs on that one. Outside, we got Don't Chipped was a pretty good one. Run the Bands, and he had
a couple of skits tracks in there as well.
Skits,
towards the end, mostly audio clips.
Audio clips on there, during the skits, and they're pretty entertaining. They're funny in the least, and he just has this very powerful voice that I feel like he portrays when it comes to this Black Renaissance art, that he puts in his music, which is something that I really liked about it. Do you have any other thoughts on it?
I liked it for the most part, but I love Vince Staples too. I'm not gonna lie, but it didn't live up to my expectations. Most of it. The vibe I got from it was also summery. It did have a very, very summer vibe right off the gate. Yeah. I guess that's what it's called. Feels like summer, right?
Feels like summer, of course.
But it just felt out of place because we're not in summer anymore. It's winter. But we live in Texas, so it's pretty much it's always cloudy and cold out here. Now it is.
You mean it's the complete opposite? It's always hot out here, dude. We never get a winter.
But some of the tracks they really did surprise me. The E40 one is the one that got me the most, and
for sure.
I was rolling with it while I was at work, and then but towards the end when it get to the audio clips and the skits, I'm just I want to stay busy. I want some music to keep me going. I don't want to hear radio talk chat or whatever it was. So that's where it kind of lost me in it. But going back to you saying the Black Renaissance for Vince Staples, I totally get that vibe from it as well. And it really stood out from his previous projects. And it's it's going in a new type of direction for Vince Staples. where he's gained the more recognition, the fame that he desires and that we want to give him. I did like the album at all. It's towards the end with all the audio and little segments that I was like, I wish there was more tracks because I know this guy can rap and go forever. I know he has more stuff hidden that we don't know about, and I can't wait to see it. But I just wish it was more in this album. I wish it was longer than the 11 tracks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna agree and disagree with that. I thought it was a pretty short album. It only clocks in at like under 30 minutes.
Even the tracks were like they're like 2 minutes.
Like 2 minutes apiece. Yeah, which was kind of disappointing to me because I did want to hear a lot more from it. And those skits actually they were only like a minute or two long, so that kind of took away from it. But the album in itself had a really good like vibe to it. I feel like I can listen to that like when I'm on the run, like just working out. If you're just want something to hype you up, and then just it's a good album in itself. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give that one a 7 out of 10 in my honest opinion. I did like it a lot. I feel like Vince Staples is really underrated, and we should be giving him a lot more credit. This album wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst in any facet of that. So I'm gonna say 7 out of 10.
Let me ask you this though. On a normal day, like I guess days after this album's already been freshly out, and you're listening to your music, you're at work or you're working out, and the skit comes on, would you let it play through it or would you skip through it? Honest opinion.
Well, I mean, skits aren't like in the album. They're not meant to. It's not like that's something you're gonna. It tells a story.
But it's gonna come. No, not talking about the story. I'm talking about like if it comes up in your shuffle while you're listening to music, you're not critiquing anything. You're just listening to music and it comes in your shuffle and the skit comes up. Would you skip it or would you let it play through?
The first thing is it's not going to come up in my shuffle because I'm not saving that song. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So that's a no. That's a no. That's a no.
I feel like on your first listen through on it, you have
to.
It tells a story, so of course I'm going to like it. But it's not one of those songs that I'm going to save it on there.
Yeah, because when I save albums, I save the whole thing.
Yeah,
and then like when the skits come up, I'm just like. Skip.
Yeah, no, and that comes down to your preference. I mean, some people may like it; they actually want to have it on their thing.
Yeah.
Who's to say, To each his own.
Yep.
All right, so that's pretty much my consensus on the FM. Do you want to give it a rating?
Sorry, I was carried away on that one. For my rating, I'm gonna give it 5 staples out of 10.
Staples?
5 staples out of 10.
5 staple.
Five paper staples. All right. Gotcha. So our second album, this one came out of nowhere. Honestly, like I was just chilling at night, and then I go through Twitter, and it's like Metro Boomin. I was like, whoa.
It's like whoa. Here it is.
Whoa. So that brings me to the album, Not All Heroes Wear Capes. And this album came out the same day as Vince Staples, November 2nd, with a bunch of other albums. Congrats to the ones that didn't make it onto our show. We still like them. Take off, shout out. But yeah, dude, not all heroes wear capes. The last thing that Metro Boomin released was a collaboration album with Big Sean. That's the last thing he worked on.
Sean,
yeah. And this album is a 13-track album. Honestly, I should call it. It's not by Metro Boomin. It's pretty much Metro Boomin and Travis Scott.
Dude, that's what I was thinking the entire time. I was like, even like, it was like 3 songs into it, and I was like, dude, I feel like Travis Scott has been on every single like track on this. Which did you think that was a bad thing or good?
No. There was some tracks where I felt like maybe we could add a different artist, and there's some where he's like, dude, he belongs on this track.
One for that was Overdue.
Overdue, dude. Overdue. That was a great one. That slapped.
They all slapped, dude. That shit slaps in the
blues. Dude, and they all connect to the transition. They transition to each song so smoothly. Like Overdue to Don't Come Out the House with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Dude, it just transitions, man. I love that in albums. When they do that stuff, you don't even notice. You're just driving, and then the next song is like, oh shit, I'm on track 12 already.
Yeah, honestly, and I feel like that's one of Metro Boomin's like really like great aspects of his like production, because he's already a fine producer in himself. Like he's one of a kind, you know. I feel like he really authenticates his beats, and like those transitions are just like class acts, you know, man. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
And how did you feel about Don't Come Out the House with 21 Savage?
Dude.
That infamous whispering. You thought I was gonna stay quiet the whole time.
No, I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, but it was like someone tweeted this thing. It's like, this is how the tweet went. It's like Metro Boomin. Hey 21, you want to come out on my track? And 21 Savage's like, nah, my mom's asleep. And then Metro Boomin's like, it's a sick beat though. And then it plays the audio of the song. It's like whispering. Rap. I was like,
sorry, dude.
I died. I was driving too. I shouldn't be on my phone when I'm driving. Don't do that, people.
Hey, we won't tell nobody, okay?
But if it's Metro Boomin, it's okay.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of features on this one. I loved every single one of them. Like we already talked about, Travis Scott's on half the album. 21 Savage was also one of them.
He was on there a good amount as Travis Scott.
I liked Space Cadet with Gunna.
That was Gunna. Have you heard of Gunna's
I love Gunna.
He's coming up. He's coming up.
He is on the come up, and especially with this, he's just gonna blow up.
Yep.
And we got Young Thug, Sway Lee, Offset, WizKid, Jay Blavin, and No More with Kodak Black, and of course Travis Scott and 21 Savage. I feel like they were just in the studio the entire time.
Everyone's in this album, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone. How do you feel it ranks up with other Metro Boomin? Well, I can't say albums really because I think this is his first album. All the other ones are just like he's produced.
He's produced them, and this is his first like actual.
Yeah, and that also makes me want to wonder like. Is he gonna go back to retirement, or is he gonna make something else? Because he's still really young, and everyone's saying he came out of retirement for this one.
Yeah, and he's proven himself that he still has it in him, and I feel like he is going to continue producing for tons of people, especially after this. You hear those beats, man, you're gonna want a piece of that, and there's a lot of music to be made with him, and I think this is gonna get the attention of.
I mean, I hope he doesn't go back to retirement. Like everybody loves him. He makes the sickest beats, honestly, in my opinion. But so would you say "Overdue" is your favorite track from the album, or you got something else?
I liked "Overdue," "No More," and there was a lot of good songs on this. 10 Freaky Girls. I like 10 Freaky Girls. That was good. I like the sample that he used in that one at the beginning, and then as well "Overdue." So. Not a lot of them I didn't like. There's a few on there a little slow that just didn't really resonate completely with me. You know, just kind of bored on them. But there's a lot of good songs on this album. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I would say "Overdue" and "Only You" are my favorite one. That "Only You" has a very good tropical beat to it. It's like a Latin type beat, and I like stuff like that when they're on rap albums because you don't see that a lot. So I mean, I liked that.
Yeah, and that's I think that's also for the fact that Jay Blavin's on that one too. So it's got that like Latin flair to it.
Yeah, when you notice when he's on that. So if I were to rate this one, I would give it 7 booms out of 10 explosions.
And I'm actually gonna give the same rating. I'm gonna give it 7 capes out of 10. Man, it was a good album. This one and FM, they are completely polar opposite albums, but they both bring out this creativity that only is really present with that artist. You know, every artist has their own flair to them, and Vince Staples has his. Of course, these are two different. We're not comparing them or anything like that, but they're both really great albums in themselves, and I hope that everyone does go and check these out.
And they're both so young, man. Like they're not gonna go away for a while, honestly. I mean, if Metro decides to go back to retirement, I respect, I guess. But I really hope he doesn't. He still has a lot more in him. I know it. Vince Staples, we're definitely gonna see more from him. That's for sure. I mean, maybe. 2 young guys with really great talent. I would love to see more of them.
Absolutely, and maybe we'll see a track with Vince Staples on produced by Metro Boomin for
collaboration album, joint album.
Yeah, man. There's a lot to come out of these albums, and I like both of them. I'm gonna give them 7s out of 10, and it's pretty much for those albums. Do you have anything else to add on them?
No, I mean I was pleased with the albums that came out this past week. These 2 stood out the most for us. I would agree. You'd say, but really good albums, man. We enjoyed it. We like it. We hope you guys took some time to listen to them. It's really good. We love it. So for our track of the week, we chose "Tints" by Anderson .Paak featuring Kendrick Lamar. Pretty smooth.
So smooth.
Smooth track.
So smooth.
Also, fun fact: his Anderson .Paak's album's coming out next week, November 16th.
Wait, hold on, Gabriel. Why is that date special to us, though?
Oh, November 16th. Well, actually, it's not November 16th. It's November 17th, the day after is my birthday. Oh, I mean, I called up Anderson .Paak. I was like, dude, you need to release this November 16th, man, so I have something to bump for Saturday.
Hey, what did he say, though?
Okay.
Okay. It's like, that's all you need? All right.
Who is this? How'd you get my number? Don't worry about it, Anderson.
But dude, I'm excited for that Anderson .Paak album coming out.
I'm excited. We're all excited. We may have a guest. We don't know yet. We're still working on that one. But we're excited to do that album. And Andy also has some news. We got some news for you, but a little so you guys can see what we're doing with our daily life and get to be part of the 512 Beat Review family in a way. Andy, do you want to elaborate on that for me, please?
Yeah, let me take that over. So before we close out, we got some news for you. We are opening our own Twitter account. That's going to be, the information is going to be at the bottom, but it's going to be at 512TBR. And we're
the T is capitalized, by the way.
Yeah, T is capitalized, if that matters to you. And we're going to be making an Instagram, too. We'll drop that in the description when it is complete.
And we'll tweet it out.
We're pretty excited about that because it's going to show a little, like, behind the scenes of, like, what we do at the studio, the shenanigans that we go through.
The man behind the camera as well.
The man behind the camera. Shout out to my boy, Adrian Garcia. And we're going to behind the scenes looks, and we're going to give our reviews. We're going to drop videos on there. And we're just going to keep you updated with all the new music, the hot music coming out, all the albums, and any news coming out of the
related news, what's happening in today's music industry, the whole 9 yards.
So we're pretty excited about that. So we're going to have y'all check that out at the end of it. And so that's pretty much all we got for you today. Tons of new music coming out, and we're going to be reviewing that for you. So thank you for watching. Any last words?
No, that's all it. 512, the Beat Review.
512.
Have a good one, guys.
Get this bread.